Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a long... Loss of one.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Check 58.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready? 180. Mike, 45. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
54 Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 3.
Now Mariota. Jones has it. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 81 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Newton to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
20. Here you go. To the side.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Minus 57.
Out of the gun, Newton. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Gun. Check 3. Tighten up. Watch the safety.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Check 3.
Great. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
On 2nd and goal, Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Fresno. Great. Gun.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. One.
Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. Mike, 45. What we got? Ready.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now it's Newton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. Touchdown number 15 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Hey, alert three. Three. You got tight up there. Watch the slant.
Motion.
5:55.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, switch gears.
One.
Freeman. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Right there. 54 miles. Silver. Bravo!
On 3rd down, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not good.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Tony Brown there on the tackle. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Three.
Get in the weight room. Mike's 54.
Throwing. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Right there. 54. Right there.
To throw, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 25 on second down, Newton. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 59 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Newton, and it's caught.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Third down and 2.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
45 the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And it'll be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got...
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mariota. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Well, they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? No, 180. Check. Gun. 54. Hey.
Play action. It's Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
59's Mike. Check. 59. I got you. Mike.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mariota being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mariota to throw it. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The shotgun snap for Newton. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 56. Pull it. Now.
Great.
Go. Mike four. Hey, get him. Eight. Four. And let's get it.
The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
55. Hey, keep it up. Check safety. One. Two.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here. So last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I got it. One.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
36. One.
This is Freeman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go. Show it up. One. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Freeman, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Hey,
now Mariota. That's complete to Smith. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch out.
They'll run it. Freeman. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
20.
At the 47-yard
Gun, gun, gun.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Oh, I'm coming for you, son.
Off play action. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Grady Jarrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He sets to fire deep. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Undercrunch. Switch.
Freeman again. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Mike, check. 59.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
That's it, baby. We go. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now a first down throw for Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack on first down, Newton now a and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Check 13. Check 13.
Mariota here to throw. He's going to float this over the... Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number... And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just, and that's caught inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing is Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
59, Mike, 59. Orbit. 59. Not today, you are. Not today.
Throwing here, Mariota. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on off.